Well, here's some images of Jesus of Nazareth, which we don't. These are just like the Bible is. It's fictitious because these are just images that people portray Jesus to look like. And see, there he's with a fish. And you know that story, don't you? Yeah, there's Trump. But what I started to say and didn't end again because I get sidetracked, saying the Bible is fictitious, which it is. Jesus goes to Noah. This is in Noah's Ark in Genesis, and this is before the flood. And he tells Noah that he hates all humans for their sinful nature. Okay, so he hates all humans, and that after the flood, all humans will have a lifespan of 120 years old. States it in Genesis. Right now, the Guinness Book of World Record human is 147 years old. So, and it'll go up. Due to the 3D printer, our lifespan will increase to be over 1,000 years old. Once it's developed where we can 3D print all vital organs, our lifespan will be over 1,000 years old. But what I'm saying is that Jesus stated in Genesis, that's the New Testament, not the Old Testament. The Old Testament corrects that and says that in Matthew, I think it is, that it states that you can live as long as you want. Okay, so there's another book that says whatever God says always stays and always is. That's incorrect by the Bible's own words. It's incorrect. Because in the New Testament or the Old Testament, it states that I think it's in Leviticus, or one of the Old Testament. There's 66 books of the Bible. You got the New and Old Testament. I know the Bible from over 12 points of view or faiths. It states that that whatever God says, it always stays. It always will be. Always, it's the same thing of what they say about God. It always has been, always will be. That's wrong. But that's one of the things that the Bible does state. And then, after it says, whatever God says, it never changes, that's incorrect. It's in, I believe, Leviticus. But it was changed to the New Testament. That was changed. Also, another thing that was changed is sacrifices, because of the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ. That was supposed to take the place of the sacrifices you had to do for sins, which it's all fictitious. None of it's true. It's an untrue book, and it's very fictitious. And the stories, they all end in failure. Every story, you pick up the story you want, it'll end in failure. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, that's just another thing. It states that whatever God says it always is. That's wrong. Because in its own words, that's by the Bible's own words, not mine. The Bible's own words. And like I said, when God went to Noah before the ark, he said that he hated humans for their sinful nature, and he placed a curse on all humans to live only up to 120 years old. The Guinness Book World Record as of today, 6/23/2017, the oldest living person, I think it's a male, is 147 years old. So, you know, but again, the Old Testament changed that curse, that 120-year curse that God put on all humans because He hates their sinful nature, which He's supposed to be created us. So that's got, you know, God Himself is corrupt. Like I said, the Bible it's a fictitious book. I mean, all the books they contradict each other from the old to the new. It's a very fictitious. Let's just say that. Let's just end this. It's a very fictitious book, and I can prove it in many ways, not just one way. It's, you know, it's easy to prove wrong. But anyway, I wanted to add this because I kept wanting to state that about the Noah's Ark story. And another fictitious story, one of the first stories in Genesis is the Cain and Abel story. Read that. Okay, that is so wrong. What I mean by that is the punishment that God put on Cain for killing Abel because of the sacrifice he gave. So I mean, yeah, that story is so wrong. Like I said, they all end in failure. The Bible is a book of failures, failure stories. They all end in failure. But anyway, that's it. Today is June the 23rd, 2017.